What's up, guys? Chris here from TM32, and welcome to another edition of VGC Weekly. This week we are doing Mega Houndoom, as you can see here-ish. There. This guy. Houndoom. Houndoom with Houndoomanite. Gotta love those names. Houndoom is a really quick Pokemon. Not really very quick outside of its Mega Evolution. You can see it's obviously a special attacker. Relatively fast special attacker. Its Mega Evolution gains another 30 base special attack to a total of 140. Its speed goes up to 115 base. So it can outspeed a fair amount of really prominent Pokemon like Garchomp and Salamence, things like that, that exist on the relatively high tier end of the spectrum, of the speed spectrum. It can be outsped by other threats like Manectric, and I think Greninja is faster than it, but for the most part, it's pretty quick. Its prominent moves, the notable moves, are things like Fire Blast, Flamethrower if you want a little bit more accuracy for the fire type move. Solar Beam is really good because its hidden ability, or its I'm blanking right now. Sorry. Its Mega Evolution ability is Solar Power, which when Houndoom is under the effects of Sun, gains 50% additional special attack to all of its moves. So everything hits 50% harder basically when it's under Sun. So on top of all that, by having Sun available, you get Solar Beam as an instant cast rather than having to be a 2-turn ability. So things like that really help with countering Water-type Pokemon that might otherwise be a threat to Houndoom. It has Dark Pulse for the standard, stab dark ability. It has Sludge Bomb. If you need a Poison-type move, if you need something to take out fairies like Gardevoir or Azumarill or something like that, Sludge Bomb would probably be a good pick. And then it has Hidden Power, just like everything else. And I've noticed in my experience so far that Hidden Power Ice is a really good idea to use in this metagame right now with all the dragons that are running around. Counters grass types relatively well, although Fire Blast would do that, too. But Hidden Power Ice, having an ice move of some sort is really good in this metagame, and not many Pokemon actually carry a legit ice type move like Ice Beam or Blizzard or anything like that. So Hidden Power Ice is a good pick. Just as a backup plan. So the goal with Houndoom, with Mega Houndoom, obviously because of its Mega ability, you need to have Sun. It's not really going to be very good outside of Sun unless you get lucky and proc the Flash Fire ability off of its normal stage, which will boost the damage of Fire-type moves by 50% if it gets hit with a Fire-type move of its own. So it doesn't take any damage, it doesn't have any Fire-type moves don't have any effect on regular Houndoom if you have the Flash Fire ability, because it also has Early Bird and Unnerve, which might not be as useful. But if you can switch in, say, on a Fire-type move, you get the Flash Fire proc, and then put Sun up, switch to Mega Houndoom, and then you have a Flash Fire boosted, Sunny Day boosted, Solar Power boosted Fire Blast, which, to my knowledge, can probably one-shot just about anything that doesn't resist it. I mean, that's a huge, huge amount of damage that comes out of Houndoom if you can set it up like that. So in order to make that function really well, I have paired Houndoom with Klefki. Klefki has Prankster, as I think we've discussed in the past, allows him to have priority on status moves. And Klefki is one of I think 2 Pokemon, I think Meowstic is the other, that has access both to Sunny Day and Rain Dance with Prankster. So having priority weather that isn't accessible from, or that isn't from things like Mega Evolutions are actually really helpful to counter Mega Evolutions and things like Politoed and Tyranitar that bring in weather just by switching in or by Mega Evolving. So if they switch in, if they Mega Evolve, the weather that you set with Prankster happens after all of that. So you can still set up the weather that you want, make sure that it gets up, and take full advantage of it for at least a turn or two. And most people don't seem to know yet that Klefki can do this. So it's pretty easy at the moment. It might change in the future, but it's pretty easy at the moment to get that set up. So Klefki and Houndoom are the core of this team. Getting Sunny Day set up and then going to town with Houndoom on the damages. Everything else is just sort of a support to sort of accent Houndoom's abilities, give him a little bit more leeway and a little bit more opportunity to get in and do the damage. Caesar is the next one up on the list. Like Klefki, he is super weak to fire, so he tends to draw a lot of fire-type attacks. So if you lead with one or both of these guys, preferably one, you can know off the bat that a Talonflame, for instance, is going to focus right on Caesar, going to do a fire type move on Caesar, so you can reliably switch in, get the flash fire proc, and then wreck face. Rotom Wash is sort of the opposite of that. He can counter other fire type Pokemon. He can counter water type Pokemon. He can do. I mean, he's Rotom Wash. Everyone knows what Rotom Wash can do at this point. I think if you've been watching or playing VGCs for any length of time, you probably know what Rotom Wash can do. Likewise, you probably know what Salamence can do, because he's everywhere. This is a basic Choice Scarf Salamence, Draco Meteor and Dragon Pulse, Flamethrower and Hydro Pump, just to be able to take advantage of Sunny Day in this situation, or to counter other fire type Pokemon that might be a risk to the rest of the team. And then, last but not least, there's Machamp. Machamp is really good in this situation because Houndoom has a lot of really popular threats, and a lot of those really popular threats have really popular spread moves like Earthquake and Rock Slide and so on and so forth. And Houndoom is also very weak to a number of strong physical Pokemon that have priority moves that can get the drop on Houndoom before he has a chance to react. So by having Quick Guard and Wide Guard, we can protect against the Rock Slides and the Earthquakes, and protect against priority moves like Mach Punch and so on and so forth. And then, aside from that, it's just Machamp doing what Machamp does best, which is, punching everything with Dynamic Punch and being bulky. So, I like this team so far. I tested it out on Tuesday of this week before we did the recordings here, and I did really. I'm not sure if I did really well with it, but I really liked how the team worked. I just need to learn how to work with it better. So let's get into a couple matches, and we'll take it from there. I can show you what this team is capable of. So in this situation, this is a perfect example of what I was talking about with the weather. He has a Politoed. He doesn't see anything that can counter that weather right off the bat, unless he knows that Klefki can do it. So he's probably going to lead with Politoed up front, I would think. I would expect. Maybe not, but he also has a lot of Pokemon that Houndoom is capable of taking out. He has Bisharp, he has Ferrothorn. Both of those guys are weak to fire. Politoed and Cloyster are both weak to Solar Beam. And then he has Nidoking, which I think, if I recall correctly, would be weak against Hidden Power Ice, as well as other things. So we're going to try setting this up to be super basic right off the bat, show you exactly how this team works in an ideal situation, because hopefully this will be an ideal situation. So let's lead with Klefki and Houndoom, and then we will switch to, or we'll have, who are we going to have in the back? Salamence is probably not a good idea here due to all the ice type moves that Politoed and Cloyster probably have. I'm thinking Caesar would be good. Caesar would do a fair bit of damage to most of these guys, and let's bring out Rotom. Let's bring out Rotom. Okay, Bisharp and Ferrothorn. That's probably the worst lead that he could have had here. But I don't want to eat those words in a second, so what are we going to do? I guess let's just set it up and go. Let's just set it up and go. Sunny Day. Mega Evolve. And let's go after Bisharp. Let's go after Bisharp. He's probably going to expect that since his Ferrothorn is more weak to fire-type moves than his Bisharp, that I'm going to go for the Ferrothorn. So Bisharp's down. He didn't protect on either one. I'm wondering what he's going to do. He just Stealth Rock. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, he brought the rain up. Breath of Rain up with Politoed. Not sure what his Ferrothorn's going to be doing next. I mean, he put in Stealth Rock, so if he knows what he's doing, he's probably going to be like Whirlwinding or otherwise forcing the switch on my Pokemon. But I'm just going to Sunny Day again, bring out the Sun, and then Solar Beam. So hopefully Ferrothorn isn't going to do anything silly again like Stealth Rock. I'll probably try and set up Leech Seed on something. Or he'll just Protect. I'm not sure why he did that. I guess we'll find out, though. Politoed goes down. 100%, one-hit KO. Doing good so far. Nidoking has his Balloon. It's an interesting combination. Nidoking with an Air Balloon. I mean, he is weak to ground types, but I would imagine that you'd be able to do something about that. I'm not sure. Let's see. Klefki probably isn't much use here anymore, so I'm going to switch out to Scizor, and then I'm going to Hidden Power Ice on. Actually, no. I'm going to switch out to Scizor. I'm going to Protect on Houndoom, just to see what Nidoking's doing. He's probably going to Earthquake. Earth Power. Okay. So there's the Gyro Ball, as expected from Ferrothorn. So now with Scizor and Houndoom on the table, I'm fairly certain that I can do enough damage to Nidoking to take him out in this turn. So what we're going to do is we're going to Bullet Punch on Nidoking, and then we're going to Hidden Power Ice. Whoa, Bullet Punch doing some damage there. Critical hit, 70% of his health. And then Hidden Power Ice takes him the rest of the way. It's now 4-on-1. Ferrothorn can only Gyro Ball in Ineptitude as he awaits his demise. Let's go with a Feint, just to make sure he can't do any Protect shenanigans, and then we'll do a Fire Blast. He didn't Protect. Fire Blast goes off, takes him the rest of the way. GG. Ladies and gentlemen, we are off to a wonderful start so far. I have to say, that worked out perfectly. Hopefully, that one battle can tell you exactly what Houndoom is capable of in an ideal situation. So, I don't think that could have gone better. Let's hope that the rest of this week is just as good. Another Bisharp. Round 2 here. We've seen this guy before. Do you remember from last week? The likely Eviolite Rhydon that provides Lightning Rod support. Meowstic. Doing what Meowstic does, I would imagine. Setting up screens, faking out, swagger. Aerodactyl's a scary one. Stab Rock type moves are not good against... They're really good against Houndoom and Mega Houndoom. That's why I'm afraid of them. And then he has Gyarados, which does is either resisted or does neutral to everything or takes neutral damage from everything that Houndoom does. This is actually a pretty scary team for Houndoom, I think. Let's lead with Klefki. And let's see. What do we want to do? What's the play here? He doesn't have any fire type moves to my knowledge. I think maybe Gardevoir might have one. I don't know. I think Scizor is a good play to start. And what else do we need? Let's go with Klefki. Bring the Houndoom in just to see how he works, and then I think actually no. Scizor, Rotom, Klefki, Houndoom. That should be it. I think that's the play. Meowstic, Meowstick being Meowstick. Probably has Fake Out. I don't have Protect on Caesar. But I'm not really afraid of these guys right now. So I'm just gonna Bullet Punch on Aerodactyl. And I guess I'm gonna Protect on... No, I'm gonna Will-O-Wisp on Aerodactyl. Quick Guard, okay, that's fine. Should have expected that. Actually, I actually didn't know that Meowstick had Quick Guard. That is a worthy piece of information to be aware of. Just for your guys' benefit, of course. Will-O-Wisp avoided. And Charm on Meowstick, of course. Alright, well. Is he gonna keep doing that? I guess I'll Protect on Rotom this time. See what he does. Is he gonna go for another Sky Drop? Nope. He did. He can... as far as I'm concerned, he can keep charming me. I'm still gonna take him out. Still gonna take him out. Sky Drop isn't really a very good move against Rotom. He resists it. He's Electric type. He resists flying. So... I think he can keep doing that, honestly. I'll Will-O-Wisp him, just to make sure, just to see if he can do it. Sky Drop goes off again. Charm goes off again. Still here, taking Meowstick out. He's probably going to Quick Guard, thinking that I'm going to Bullet Punch him, so I'm just going to do another X Scissor. And then do a Will-O-Wisp. He set up the Safeguard. That was a good play. That was a good play. Meowstick is still gone, though, thankfully. What's he gonna bring out next? Gyarados. Okay, just having to add insult to injury with all, like... Caesar has a quarter of his attack left. I'm gonna switch out to Klefki. And, What else am I gonna do? Is he gonna try and Sky Drop me again? I'm just gonna Protect. See what he does this turn. If he's gonna Sky Drop me again, I don't really care. Yep, Sky Drop again. Dragon Dance, okay. Let's see what you got. Let's Sunny Day. Just to make sure he doesn't do like some ridiculous waterfall damage, and then we will Thunderbolt on Gyarados. He probably has the Electric Reducing Berry. Oh, he Mega Evolved, so never mind. Never mind. Okay, he protected on Aerodactyl. He was expecting I was going to go for him, but no. Earthquake did a lot of damage. Oh, and he has Mold Breaker. That's right. That's right. That is right. Well then. This could get rough. This could get rough. I'm gonna Protect on Klefki. And then, what would be the best thing to do here? Let's see. I need to take out Gyarados, but I don't have the means to do it. I guess I just have to X Scissor and hope for the best. And he's dark now, so he'll take double damage from a bug type move. But will I be able to get it off in time? I will have a chance. 89%. Alright. Thunder Wave on Aerodactyl, just to make sure he doesn't get like a Sky Drop off or something like that, and then gonna Bullet Punch. He hasn't seen me use I think he saw me use Bullet Punch before. Wide Guard on Aerodactyl, that's not gonna cut it. Alright, he still has Safeguard up, I forgot about that, but Gyarados goes down. Safeguard is no longer up, and he has the Gardevoir now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Thunder Wave, Aerodactyl, Bullet Punch on Gardevoir. It's probably going to Protect, and if he does, that's fine. I protected on Aerodactyl. Interesting, interesting. Bullet Punch one-shotted him, so much for the Life Orb, needing a Life Orb rather than a Lumberry. Thunder Wave on Aerodactyl, Bullet Punch on Aerodactyl. Doing good so far. Still have Houndoom in the back, I haven't used him yet, but I don't think I need to. I mean, again, like I said in the Avalugg week, just because the week is about a particular Pokemon doesn't necessarily mean we want to have him, or need to have him, in every game. So obviously, so far I was able to take him out without even bringing Houndoom on the field, and then he forfeits. So, GG to him, that was a really good game. We didn't even need to bring out Houndoom. It's probably best that we didn't, because everything he brought with him was problematic, with the exception of Meowstic. But, that was good. We worked around it.